As usual, you'll find all the links in the description below. Okay, I usually sign up using my email address, but to make things easier here, I'm just gonna click here, sign up with Google. Of course, we have to give it access to our calendar. I'm gonna add here, let's say, Lad Campos TV, my name, and here the time zone. This is a tasks calendar. There's not much here, but you can select as many calendars you have inside your Google Calendar, the sub calendars. Okay, so I'm going to select another one here, and events created. It's going to ask you in which calendar it is supposed to create the events. I'm going to leave this one here, and then you can select the video conferencing. I'm going to use Google Meet because this is what I use. But as you can see here, there are so many options. You can choose whatever you prefer. And you can select more than one and choose which one you use for each booking. We'll get there. Okay, this is where you can choose which days and in which time, in which interval the system can look for available spaces to book a meeting. I'm going to leave it like this, and you can change this in the future. Now you can select a profile picture, but it's using the one I have on Google. You can add an about page here. I'm just going to add my address here as I usually do, and that's it. Okay, now let's take a look at all the free features we have here. And there are so many features that I'm moving to this service. So I was a Calendly user in the past. I switched to Google because I'm a Google Workspace subscriber, and Google added this service to Workspace. But it is on a tier that the only service I need on that tier is a scheduling system. So I may be able to downgrade and pay less for Google Workspace. And by the way, if you want to try Google Workspace, please use my affiliate link. You pay the same thing. You'll be able to try it for a couple of days, a few days. And if you decide to purchase it, I'll get a small commission. Okay, let's take a look at this. The first thing to do here is create the booking links, the links you send to other people. It is suggesting some links here. I'm going to delete all of them so we can create them together. And we'll start from scratch. So I'm going to create a new one here. Let's call this meeting. And as you can see, it has my name, my URL here, and meeting. I can type something here, a description of what that is. Instead of meeting, let's try discovery call. Discovery call first, okay? And I'm gonna call this one call. Okay, so here I can add an explanation, and this is gonna be 15 minutes. You can always change this anytime in the future, so don't be too worried about that, okay? So here we have all the items we just added, but down here we can select the calling system. So you can choose Google Meet, which is the one I added in the beginning. We can choose their calling system. I want to try this. Maybe it is good enough that I don't even need Google Meet anymore. I don't know. Or if it is not a video call, I can choose here in person, and there are even more options down here. Okay. Now let's take a look at the availability. So it's going to use that schedule we created in the beginning when on the walkthrough, on the onboarding, but we can change this. If I click here, I can change that schedule, the free times. I can change this, or if I go back here, I can create a new one. Okay, so let's say that I have different times available for the discovery call. So let's call this one discovery call, okay? And now I can, for example, I don't know, choose different days here and save it. And if we go back to availability, I can choose this one here to be the one we'll be using for this type of call. Okay, Teams is not available on the free account, so we're not using this. Apps are all the apps available. There are so many apps here. I really want to try some in the future. For example, there is PayPal, and there is also Signal, Skype. There's so many options here, so many integrations here. Zapier, WhatsApp, WordPress. There are so many options here, but I haven't tried any of this. So just keep in mind that you have many options, many apps that you can add to the service. If we click here, install apps, we can see the apps we have already installed. Okay, this one here is also not available on the free account, and workflows is available, and this is something that I really like. I use this on Calendly. Google, so as far as I know, Google Workspace doesn't have this, and I love this. This is so useful. So let's take a look at how to set this up. Okay, let's create a workflow, and this workflow will send an email sometime before the meeting as a reminder to the person that you are meeting with. So let's call this reminder. Okay, you can select all, again, you can be specific here. You can select this one to be sent to all the calls, all the links, the call links, or you can choose one of them. Let's choose discovery call here. Okay, so this is going to be sent before the event starts. Let's keep it as 24 hours. I think this is good. And here is the action: send an email to attendees. Sender name, if you live call.com, this is going to be the person sending the email. We're going to change this. So change to my name. This is the message template. You can create multiple templates again. So we're going to leave this one here. And here we can build the message the way we want it. Here's the subject. And as you can see, there are some elements here inside brackets. This will capture the information from the booking. So this is the event name. In our case, this is going to be the discovery call. That's the name of the event, and the date. The date, the person, the date and time the person choose to book that date. And below here, we can do the same thing. So event name, date and time, address, attendees, I'm sorry, location, and we can even remove this and write something. Okay, see you there, something like that. Glad, whatever you want. Okay, and now we have our reminder. We can save this, and every time someone book a meeting, 24 hours before the meeting, they'll get this message. I wouldn't do this, but I believe you could. For example, create another one to remind the person, let's say 2 hours before the event. Okay, so let's go back now to the event types, because I want to show you another thing. In fact, let's go to the profile first. So I'm going to click here, my profile, because I want to change another thing. As you can see here, this is not a good address. So let's try this, Vlad Campos TV. Okay, so update, save. That's a much better address. And of course, you can change other items here if you wish to. So let's go back to the events, because so here it's much better now. It's the URL is shorter, but here are some interesting things that I want to show you. First, you can click here to copy the URL for this event, to paste it somewhere. You can go to that event, to the page. We'll get there. But here are other interesting options. You can edit, duplicate, or embed. Okay, edit. I'm gonna go there. Just go back to that page. Duplicate, it's something that I use because now I can, if I'm happy with that schedule, with everything that I set on that schedule, I can create here, for example, meeting. I can change it already changed here, and I can change it to 1 hour, for example. So we now have that. And let's say that I don't want this, I want this, so I can change this. And again, if I go to the workflows, I can create another one, or I can use the same workflow. Okay, so we can go here And now if we click here, discovery call and meetings are here, so I can uncheck this, and this workflow will only be used for the discovery call link. And of course, I can create a new workflow. We're not doing that because you already know how to create a workflow. Let's go back to events. One thing that I don't understand is this here, copy private link. Of course, I know what a private link is. It's a different link, but why it's not available here? It only appears when I duplicate an event. I don't know why this happens. But what I want to show you, let's switch to this view here, the browser view here, and let's go to a preview of that page. Okay, so this is what the person will see when you send this link to the person. However, if you take a look here, call.com/LetCampusTV, if we delete this, this is your online public booking system. It will show people, anyone that has this address, it will show them all your options, all your booking options, and you can change that. If we go back here, we can, let's say I don't want the meetings on. I don't want people to book a meeting before I have a discovery call, so I don't want people to know what address this is. And if we go back here and refresh this page now, there's just one, so it automatically opens here. So there is no other option to show. And I can also make all of them hidden. So now if I go to that page, it's going to show me something like this. There's nothing here. People have to have the specific address. You have to send them the specific address to book a discovery call or a meeting. That's how I set my account, okay? We have to take a look at pricing here. So let's take a look at this. So there are other options here, the teams and organizations, but take a look at the free account. It's one user, of course, but this is, in my case, all I need. However, there are unlimited calendars that you can connect and unlimited event types. This is something that most competitors don't allow you. Google Workspace allows me to do this because I pay Workspace. I pay for Workspace, but Calendly will not allow you to do this. If I'm not mistaken, you can create one or a maximum of two events. I think it's just one. So, and you have also the reminders here, the workflows. So all this is free, unbelievably good. And as I mentioned before, I'll be switching to this. In fact, I have already switched. As you watch this, I have already set everything up. I'm already using this. I'm pretty happy with all the free features, and I'll save some money downgrading my Workspace account. If this was helpful, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you like what I do here, please consider supporting my work on Patreon or YouTube. You can also buy me a coffee. All the links in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you soon.